Sure. Just keep your shirt on. Disgusting. What the hell died in here?
Excellent. 5R.
Gotcha. This is bullshit.
D next.
Just getting warmed up.
One R. The trail ends right at the church.
That's just garbage. This better lead somewhere. I don't fancy spending the rest of my week wandering in circles. Jumping at the goddamn shadows.
So that's not right. Huh. It spins. Oh, so it starts with R. There we go.
Stop right there. You went through a lot of effort to arrange this meeting. But before we go any further, answer my questions. Who the hell are you?
Why don't you tell me who you are first?
In a world full of suspicion, treachery, and hunters, we're the synth's only friends. We're the Railroad. So answer my question.
I'm just exploring, looking for salvage.
And you just happened to guess the password to the secret door. Right. Who told you how to contact us?
I don't want to get anyone into trouble.
We'll find out, one way or another. I'm Desdemona, and I'm the leader of the Railroad. And you are? Deacon, where have you been?
You're having a party. What gives with my invitation?
I need intel. Who is this?
Wow. Newsflash, boss. This lady is kind of a big deal out there.
Do we know each other?
I didn't need to meet you to hear about you. You've made waves. The Brotherhood of Steel let you into their ranks. That's a hell of a thing there. And, as if that wasn't enough, Des, she's the one that cleared Fort Strong for the Brotherhood. She's one of their main knights or something.
So, you're vouching for her?
Yes, trust me. She's someone we want on our side.
That changes things. So, stranger, why did you want to meet with us anyway?
My son, Sean, was kidnapped. I'm looking for help to find him.
Someone stole your boy? That's terrible. Do you know who did it? For your sake, I hope the Institute isn't involved.
Kellogg kidnapped him.
Well, you got your revenge. But that doesn't bring your son back. I'll have Deacon look into this. If anyone can find a lead on your boy, he can. If we're going to be dealing with you, I need to make sure we're on the same page. You know what a synth is, right?
Yeah. I know all about them.
Good. The Institute treats synths as property, as tools.
Go on.
So we seek to free the synths from their bondage. Give them a chance at a real life. I have a question. The only question that matters. Would you risk your life for your fellow man? Even if that man is a synth?
It depends on the circumstances.
There's no middle ground with this. Would you risk death to save a synth or not?
Could you elaborate?
Answer with your gut on this. Your heart. If you...
I risk my life for people every day. Makes no difference to me if it's a human or a synth.
Well said. We'll do what we can to look into your missing boy. What the Institute has done to your family and others is what drives us. Normally, you're exactly the type of person we try and recruit. But right now, we don't have the time to train up a new agent. There are, however, other valuable ways you can contribute. And in turn, we can help you. See Deacon for details. You're free to go.
Excuse me.
Hope you didn't mind the reception. When you tango with the Institute, you gotta be careful when someone new gets on the dance floor.
What's done is done.
That's putting it mildly.
A healthy attitude. But it's all good now. I vouched for you. Nobody got shot. Still, I would consider it a close personal favor if you didn't sell us out to the Institute. Thanks.
So tell me, why did you vouch for me?
In our little outfit, it's my job to know things. And with everything you've done, it's clear you're capable. A dangerous enemy. And I'm betting, a valuable ally.
But why the trust? You can't be taking it all on faith.
I don't know if we can trust you, but I hope we can. We just survived a hell of a crisis, so we may just be a teeny-weeny bit desperate for new members. If everything was sunshine and bottle caps, we'd probably play a longer getting-to-know-you game, but we don't have that luxury.
Really? Is that all?
You just don't give up. All right, I have a short list of people I think would be a good fit for our family. You piqued my interest, so maybe I asked around. Did my homework. If you hadn't found us, there's a chance I would have found you instead. Thanks for saving me the trip. So Dez wants me to make you a tourist. That's what we call someone who helps out with the odd job here and there. What a waste. I'm just gonna come out and say this. The railroad needs you.
You sure you need me? Desdemona didn't seem to care.
She's just thinking of the time and manpower it would take to train you. And if you were some hick from the burbs that didn't know your ass from a rocket launcher, she'd be right. But I'm betting someone like you just needs a few pointers. And a target.
You got my attention.
I got a job. Too big for me, just perfect for the two of us. You help me out, we turn a few heads, and then Dez invites you into the fold. Then, if you get into a bind and need some help, your buddies in the railroad got your back.
What's the job?
So, up front, the only thing I'll say is that it's gonna be a wild and dangerous ride, but probably nothing new for someone like you.
Sign me up, then.
Perfecto. Let's meet up at the old freeway outside of Lexington. I'll fill you in once you get there.
Hey, need something? I'd really like to talk to you. You ready now?
Of course. Anything you need.
Anything I need, huh? I might take you up on that one day. After Tommy stuck me with you, I was expecting to hate your guts. Not only because you agreed to pick up me contract, but because I was waiting for you to... order me around like hired help. Now, so far, you've been treating me like a friend. Hell, you've been damn near nice to me. Now, I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but your kindness is starting to make me wonder if there's anything I learned in the combat zone. It was that nobody does things for other people without expecting something in return.
Exactly. Time to pay up.
Cute. Real cute. I spent 3 years living at the combat zone. Smelled like puke and piss. But I called it home. I was making a few caps. Had me own bed to sleep in and 3 hot meals a day. Then the raiders took over the place. You know that lot. They aren't exactly what you'd call the gentle type. After they moved in, if you didn't keep looking over your shoulder, you were liable to get sucker punched or robbed. Or worse. Didn't take me long to learn that I had to put my hard-earned caps to good use. Buying friends was essential to making life easy. So, I guess I'm waiting for you to hand me a bill. You know what I mean?
Don't be ridiculous. I already got what I was expecting from Tommy.
Yeah, sure. But how long until you decide that he didn't give you enough? That's what I'm wondering. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll think of something I can do to repay you. I'm not a rich girl, but I'm sure we can agree on something. After all, what are friends for?
Ray Smith ever. Folks, I'd like to take a moment for something a little more personal than usual. As I'm sure you know all too well, I haven't always been the best at this job. Hey, let's face it, I've been pretty terrible. Thanks to the efforts of a few of my friends. I've decided to change how I look at things, how I live my life. I'd like to just take this opportunity to thank the Vault Dweller for lending me a hand. I really do appreciate it. All right, folks, that's enough sentiment from me for one day. Let's get it on back to the music, shall we? Next, we've got Bing Crosby with some advice that everyone can benefit from. Here's Accentuate the Positive.
You think the Commonwealth looks bad? You should...
By now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading recorded by Paladin Dance's recon team. According to our scribes, the reading indicated...
Attention. This is a notice to all personnel. Please think of your brothers and sisters down below. Thoroughly secure all gear while on the flight deck. Thank you.
For wiping out those monsters at Fort Strong. Now, did you have any documents for me? Or perhaps you were in...
I found some technical documents for you.
And they're in wonderful condition as well. Here are the caps that I promised. Remember, the Commonwealth is an all... Check every building you
Sure. Proctor?
Ah, Knight. You have technical documents, perhaps? Or looking to assist on a research patrol?
I've got time to assist on a patrol.
Good. I'm glad to hear you say that. You'll rendezvous with the scribe on the ground. He'll have a location for you. The patrol is a success once you...
Welcome back. I heard about the operation at Fort Strong. Any injuries that require attending to?
Patch me up, Doc.
All right, soldier. You'll be fine. Just tell me what the trouble is.
That was it.
Sounds good.
Why bother? That's just garbage. I'd toss it.
Please state the nature of your medical emergency.
If it looks dead, put one more in its head for good
You need
measure.
some patching up.
Well, I take the
Go
chance.
see Night Captain Kate. Hungry. Rations are first come, first serve.
I heard that Elder Maxon got that scar on his face from going one-on-one with a Deathclaw.
Put two in the head and they'll stay dead. Advice to live by.
I don't know about Scrod Naraya. I think she loves her little zoo a bit too much.
I'd gladly lay down my life if it keeps humanity from repeating the apocalypse.
Well, the Brotherhood's got a lifetime supply of nuclear ordnance thanks to you. I expect you could use a resupply after a scrap like that.
Have anything unusual?
I have some special mods I've been working on. Sort of a hobby I have to pass the time. Real high-powered stuff. Slap a few of them onto your weapons, and I...
Let's hear a bit more about that extra work you mentioned.
Hard to resist the lure. The food stores don't replenish themselves. We'll be requisitioning a portion of their harvest. And
Sure.
Your mission will be to ensure full cooperation of the...
I'm in.
Knew I could count on you. Here's the location. Convince the settlement to support the Brotherhood.
There. That should hold.
Thank you, sister.
You know, we wouldn't have to worry about them getting out if they weren't on the ship.
Your concerns are noted, Scribe. Give Proctor Ingram my thanks
Never
for
forget,
letting me borrow you.
you are the eyes and the ears of the
Feel free to have a look at the specimens, but please don't touch anything. I refuse to be held responsible if... Didn't you want to hear about
Taking
my
on a
experiment?
Deathclaw without backup is a great way to get yourself killed.
Excuse me, Scribe Naraya?
Feel free to have a look at the specimens, but please don't touch anything. I refuse to be held responsible if you're injured.
Are all these creatures yours?
Well, they're an important part of my research, if that's what you mean. I'm on the cusp of discovering how these creatures' bodies have adapted. If I can crack the code, I can...
Right. What do you mean, crack the code?
The genetic code. You see. However, after several generations, these creatures' bodies have adapted. I believe I've discovered how I can replicate that genetic restructuring rapidly. Instead of decades, I can do it in moments.
Why alter it for a short period of time? Why not do it permanently?
Attempting to alter the genetic code permanently? That's too close to what happened with FEV and Spawn, the super mutant. I'm not willing to take a chance like that. I wish I could show you a sample of the compound, but unfortunately, the specimens I've already captured can only produce so much blood and genetic material. If I try and harvest too much, they'll die. What I need are more samples of blood from the creatures roaming.
Wasn't planning on getting killed.
You don't have to do anything else. I've modified your Pip-Boy to scan the corpse of any freshly killed creature. All you have to do is pick up any viable sample and bring it back to me. Hey, I really appreciate you doing this for me. It's nice to know I'm not the only person in the Brotherhood with an open mind.
By Elder Maxon's orders, all forms of technology should be confiscated or collected.
The ends justify the means when it comes to freeing the Commonwealth.
If you find any technical documents, you should bring them to Proctor Quinlan for analysis.
Hail Knight.
I'm proud to be serving under Elder Maxon. I had enough of Lyons and his foolish ways.
You're back. Were you able to find those parts?
I've got them right here.
You do? All right. Let me take a look. Yes. You've more than earned. Now, I need to get back to work. Finally.
Sure.
Please just... Wait, you're not with the Gunners. Are you here to help us out?
I'm here to help. What's the problem?
It's the Gunners. We caught it. They ran off too easy. If you can help us...
Not a problem.
Yeah, I'm sure. The Gunners will just smash up...
Mm-hmm.
Now, folks, I'm sure you've all seen or heard about the latest issue of Public Occurrences. Some bold claims by our intrepid reporter.
Welcome.
Yeah! Take that! We won!
Hey there.
Yeah! Take that! We won!
The mayor's office has, of course, issued a statement denying the validity of the document, saying all is well. The mayor himself insists that the fears raised in the article are unfounded. But between you and me, listeners, I'm gonna keep my eyes open just to be on the safe side. Well, never a dull moment here at Diamond City Radio. This is Travis Lonely Miles coming to you with Maybe by the Ink Spots. gotta love Butcher Pete, or love to hate him. You're tuned to the Commonwealth's only respite from the tedium and desperation of post-apocalyptic life. Diamond City Radio. Feeling a little uncivilized? That's not such a bad thing, according to Danny Kaye.
Tighten this.
I can patch you up if you need it. For a small fee, of course.
Any news out there, Doctor?
Got nothing. Sorry. Just trying to practice.
I need some supplies, Doctor.
All right, but go easy on the chems.
Hello. Uranium fever. It's done and got me down. Uranium fever. Okay, I'll stop. Smile. Smile. Smile, smile. Like fitness? Get the guy shooting you.
This is the end! So bad!
This is very normal.
The Brotherhood continues to They've recently been seen cleaning up Fort Strong. Whether they plan to annex the location or just wanted to get rid of the neighbors, I couldn't say. Whatever their reasoning, I think we can all agree that fewer super mutants running around isn't a bad thing. Here's a pick-me-up for you. It's Bing Crosby, with Accentuate the Positive.
I don't think we've met yet. You showed up just in the nick of time.
What did they want?
You ever seen a super mutant camp? God, I wish I hadn't. Food is what they're after. Meaning us.
Thanks for your help, friend.
I didn't want you to have all the fun.
If that's what you call fun, I'm glad you're on our side.
This modded.
All right. Well, it was supposed to be a long play, but you keep talking to me, so I might as well talk back. I don't remember what your last question was. No, it's not modded. I'm playing on PlayStation 4. And I guess you can now mod on PS4, but I don't really care. Because I'm boring like that. I'm just playing the base game, which is huge, and there's more than enough to do in the base game. Now I'm going to clean up my settlement because I'm boring like that. You asked me a bunch of other questions. Do I like fitness? I guess. I am an orange belt in Taekwondo.
I don't like mods either.
Well, there you go. I guess we agree? I don't care. I don't really care about mods. It's not that I don't like them, I just don't care. Because I'm very boring and basic like that. I'm a basic white bitch. Apparently it's the term. I was like, more like I'm lazy. I'm a lazy white bitch. Except for I'm not, because I'm in Taekwondo, but whatever. So yeah, I'm an orange belt in Taekwondo. And because I want to get to being a black belt before my 35th birthday, I am working out daily, except Fridays or Saturdays, depending on my mood. One day a week I take off, so I haven't worked out yet today, but that's because my fiance has the truck, and I can't get to the gym until he comes home with the truck. So, whatever, no biggie. I'm in Canada. It's very cold here. I can't walk to the gym right now. And I sold my bike because I never used it. So there you go. So just sitting here playing Fallout until I have access to the truck. And then I'm going to go to the gym. And it's leg day because I don't have Taekwondo tomorrow because it's a Sunday. Woo! Whatever. But the thing is that because I'm in Taekwondo, every day is leg day, so like not hard for me. I can totally see though, like with people that don't work their legs out like crazy doing things like Taekwondo, where it would be hard, like leg day is really hard on them. Because like I'm the opposite. Neck and shoulder day is really hard on me. Yeah, you can go right there.
That was supposed to be a joke.
It's a joke that if I ask if I like fitness. Oh, is that like a reference to the movie Pain and Gain? Because I love that movie. It's a crazy Mark Wahlberg movie directed by what's his name? Michael Bay. Michael Bay is so weird because like his Transformers movies are pretty crap, but like they made money, so whatever. They're, you know, popcorn movies, as the movie nerds I like to watch on YouTube say. But they definitely don't do anything to further artistic merit, that's for sure. What was my point talking about that? This song is so crude, I love it. Nothing better than old school 40s
That's
crudeness.
Sicko, you do Taekwondo.
Okay.
That's sicko. I'm a sicko for doing Taekwondo. Why? I'm confused. You have confused me, sir. Why am I a sicko for doing Taekwondo? Because it's hard. You mean I'm a masochist or a sadist? Which one's which? Masochist means you enjoy pain on your own.
Sick in a good way.
Oh, okay, cool. Sick in a good way. Cool, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I like Taekwondo. I don't like getting hit in Taekwondo, but I like doing all the moves in Taekwondo. To me, it's kind of like a dance almost. Like the poomsaes, the forms in karate, they're called kata. So I did karate too. I'm old though, so 31's not old. I think you're not old. You're not old until you decide you're old, or if you're in your 90s. If you're in your 90s, you're old. But my grandpa on my mom's side is turning 90 in July, and my grandpa on my dad's side turned 90 10 years ago, because he's 10 years older than the grandpa on my mom's side, damn near to the year. Yeah, my dad's dad was born in 1920, and my mom's dad was born in 1930. So yeah. Anyways, but dad's gone now, but he lived until he was 96, which is a pretty fucking good long run that he had, and he, you know, had a good run too, in the sense that he's he was a World War II vet who ended up becoming the mayor of his town for a little while in his 50s.
Smile.
You're 25? Yeah, it's, you know, you're a young adult. Ta-da. I am 31. I don't feel 31 though. Like, I mean, I guess I do, because like I have the kind of job where I have a lot of responsibility, and you can tell from my voice that I like to say that I'm a bitch, but I'm the kind of bitch that gets shit done, so I'm the good kind of bitch, I guess. I don't know. That shows my Zealand. Hello from New Zealand? Hello, New Zealand. I am from Canada. That is now your name, New Zealand.
From everything I've heard,
yeah, I guess there's a little bit of a ping from when I get your message to when I can talk, but oh well.
Now that they've set up shop.
But no, 31 isn't old, but it is a grown-up, so I guess I'm a grown-up. Oh no, the horror.
That's good to hear, don't you think? Next is orange-colored sky.
Cool. Sure, let's do that. Alright, what do I need to do to get this? Oh, is this like broken? I think it's broken. That's why there's no water coming out of it. Oh no. That's fine. Oh, it's not making me fix it. It's cool that you're from New Zealand. Like, a lot of my favorite, like, actors and movies and stuff are from New Zealand. Like,
I'm young and I'm in my prime.
Hell yeah, you are. I'm in my prime now, too. I mean, I could weigh a little less, but that's what I'm working on right now. Again, it's like, I hate how people think that, like, when you're, like, okay, it's like the sense that people in their teens or 20s think that when you're in your 30s, you're useless or whatever, which is stupid, because people in their teens haven't matured enough to really understand the world. I think somebody like described this once, that like everything you're feeling or thinking when you're in your teens, it's the first time you've ever thought or felt it, and you're extremely selfish when you're in your teens, not because you're a bad person, just because you're a teenager. And they think that anybody older than them that doesn't know anything. And then they get out of that and realize that, oh shit, I was an idiot when I was a teenager. I'm going to turn off the radio because it's very loud. There we go. Because I'm on a rant here. What was my point with all this? Yeah. People in my family live to their 90s. All of my great-grandmothers lived in...
Mighty Man song reference.
Yes. Mighty Man song reference. Yeah, all the people in my family lived to their 90s. All of my grandpas lived into their 90s, and all of my great-grandmas lived into their hundreds, except for the one that died in a car crash when she was, like, in her 40s. So, like, yeah. For me, I'm expecting to live into my hundreds, because I eat healthy, and I don't do drugs, and I don't do anything stupid. So I don't consider life being done when you hit your 40s. I'm like, hell, fuck that. There's like, I'm not even considering half my half of my life will be over when I'm 50. And then there's another 50 years after that. So it's like, there's a lot of living to do. So, you know, I'm not, I guess, fatalist like that. But, yeah, I don't know why I went on that rant. Because I'm not, talking about how I'm 31, I'm so old. Fuck that. I guess because, like, I've been watching a lot of YouTube drama bullshit lately, which I know I shouldn't because it just makes me grumpy. But, you know. Yeah. Don't watch YouTube drama if you don't want to get upset about stupid shit you have no control over. Like, how the fact that I'm Canadian and I'm getting annoyed about all these American primaries and shit going on with, like, Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden and all this other shit in the Democratic primaries, when I have literally no control over it because I'm Canadian and I can't vote in American elections. Anyways, back to the fact that you're from New Zealand and New Zealanders are cool. Some of my favorite actors are New Zealanders, like Sam Neill. He is New Zealander. Manu Bennett, who is apparently has a lot of different nationalities that he's, you know, connected to, but I know for a fact he's like half Maori. Frankie Adams, who plays Bobby on The Expanse, she's really cool. Oh, and that kid, I can't remember his name. I'm gonna have to like look it up on IMDb or something. But the chubby kid, the chubby Maori kid from Deadpool, he's great too. I really like him. Apparently he's got an identical twin brother who is not an actor. I always find that so weird. Like, one is an actor and one isn't, and they're identical, and I'm like, okay, cool. That seems kind of strange to me, but whatever, not my life. I have worked with actors. I used to work in film before doing what I do now. It's a trip. Actors are funny people. That's all I will say about that. What part of New Zealand do you live? Most New Zealanders, from what I understand, live on North Island, right? There's not a lot of settlements on South Island. Probably because it's, like, really cold, I'm assuming. I've never been there, so I wouldn't know. I'd like to go to New Zealand one day, but I grew up in British Columbia, Canada, near Vancouver, and apparently the climate is very similar, so it wouldn't be, you know.
You seen the Truman Show? North ye.
Yeah, you're in the north. Yeah, I wouldn't really expect you to be on South Island. South Island's really cold and small. Yes, I have seen the Truman Show. It's one of my favorite movies. One of Jim Carrey's best performances, in my opinion. I guess these guys all have shit to do now, so great. Yes, I've seen the Truman Show. What about it? Question mark. No, wait. You're the one who's doing speech to text, not me. No, you're doing text to speech so I can hear it. I'm such a dork. Yeah. Anyways, what about the Truman Show? Furniture, miscellaneous. I know that's not how you pronounce it. I'm an idiot. Well, I'm not an idiot, but I'm a dork.
I have a theory Fallout 4 is a Truman Show.
Oh, yeah? Your theory is that Fallout 4 is the Truman Show? How does that work? How is Fallout 4 the Truman Show?
Preston's an actor. Protagonist starts in the vault.
You think Preston Garvey's an actor? Nah. Well, maybe. I don't know. He's got the worst voice acting in the whole game, though. like
false memories.
Oh, they put we implanted us, the player, the character, were implanted with false memories. That's an idea, I guess. I don't think that. I disagree with that though, because Preston Garvey's the worst voice in the whole game. So I don't think he's an actor. He can't be. He's a shitty. He just sounds too non-actory. You know what I mean? Which I'm kind of annoyed by, because I know so many good black voice actors. Why the one main black character in all of Fallout 4 and you give him the worst voice? It's kind of insulting almost. And I know they don't have the budget to get Keith David, and Keith David's too old. Well, they could have gotten Keith David. I mean, they got fucking Liam Neeson for Fallout 3. But, well, Keith David's too old to play Preston Garvey. And he sounds like it. If you want to know what other roles Keith David's played that are, big roles, as far as voice acting goes...
Who says your timing was impeccable, and not just Preston?
My timing was impeccable, not just Preston. You mean regarding the Truman Show theory? Maybe. My thing, though, is that Preston is a bad voice actor. Has a bad voice. His voice isn't good enough for him to be an actor, so... That's my argument. It's a dumb one, but I'm sticking to it. Alright, what am I doing? Alright, let's go back to Diamond City Radio.
There are a lot of actors, ye.
Now here's Way Back Home by Bob Crosby.
It's funny, because I know you're saying yeah, like New Zealander, yeah, or yeah, or it's YE, but the... The stupid text to voice says ye. It's funny. What's this? Bring a blowfly gland to Dr. Duff. Alright, back to Diamond City. Unless she's out in the field.
Most are synth actors.
Ah, they're synths. I know, but the one character we know from the beginning, and I don't know how far you got in this game. I played this game when it was first released, and I beat it really fast because I got bored of it. but now I'm just playing it just as something to, you know, relax my brain.
I just like the way it says ye.
You got a second?
You like the way it says ye? Okay.
If we're looking for some action, I'm betting we'll find it here.
Hi, Kate.
Is it important?
Yeah, I'd say it is. Got a lot to do with our little partnership. What do you think?
Go on.
I'm not sure how to put this. We've been on the road together for a while. And we've taken some
Have
hard
we?
knocks.
I thought I got you yesterday.
But through all that crap, I notice you've always been sticking by me. You know, watching me back and making sure I don't do anything stupid. I think maybe it's time to tell you a little bit about who you're traveling with. There's no reason for us to keep acting like we're strangers.
I have a more English accent in real life.
Well, she's not supposed to be English. She's supposed to be Irish. But I mean, in New Zealand, like Australia, and I guess South Africa too, you can, you know, your accent can be, oh, there,
I
sorry.
appreciate your trust.
Well,
Right in the middle.
it all starts with two wastes of humanity. I suppose you could call me parents. I'm convinced I was a mistake, because I can't remember a single moment that they treated me like their daughter. I was yelled at and beaten. Everything I did was wrong. Nothing but a nuisance in their eyes. The whole time I was telling myself that they had to love me.
I'm paying attention to the conversation. I'll get back to you, Mr. New Zealand, in a second.
Arrived, and I found out why they kept me around. They slapped a shock collar around my neck and sold me to slavers. They didn't even care enough about me to say goodbye.
Well, that's
18
disgusting.
Years of suffering through that shite, and all I was worth to them was a pocket full of
Wouldn't slavers want a younger person?
Oh my God. I'm
Not
so
to be
sorry.
disgusting or anything.
But there's more to the story. It would be easy to blame me charm and personality on me parents, but they didn't make me this way. I did. I was with those slavers for 5 years. Roughest 5 of me goddamn life. The things they made me do. The way they used me for their amusement. It sickens me to me stomach even thinking about it. But I bided me time and learned to use their own methods against them. Stealing a few caps out of a sleeping man's pocket is a piece of cake. As long as you don't get greedy.
I don't know how you survived.
That makes 2 of us. It took every ounce of patience I had. But after 5 years, I had finally pocketed enough to buy me own way out of there. But instead of heading off to try and repair the shambles of me life, I gave in to me rage and I headed home. You can imagine the look on me parents' faces when I kicked open their door. What you can't imagine is what they looked like after. After I emptied me gun into them.
Well, that's dark. I forgot what my point was. Oh yeah, when I got the game when it first came out, and I never actually picked up Kate as a player, as a companion. So this is my first time playing with her.
You did what you had to do.
Did I? When I close me eyes, all I can see is their faces twisted with fear. And then
If
my mind
Kate would
starts
have
wandering
forgiven
and I
her
start
father,
judging
maybe
myself.
it would be different.
And it's ripping me the fuck apart. You think I inject myself with
Different.
all that shite and drink myself drunk because I'm a tough Irish girl. I do it so I can forget and move on with my miserable life. So there you are. The entire flawed package known as Kate. Stripped bare for your perusal.
I don't know. It's like the thing going on with Kate, not being able to forgive your abuser. It's a bullshit thing lots of people have to go through, and it's not fair, but fairness doesn't exist in the real world. Evil shit exists in the real world.
Not to take away what he did, though.
But the thing is that even if you've been hurt and wronged, hurting someone else doesn't, like, it's not justice. It just hurts yourself more and tears away more at your own personality, psyche, and shit. So yeah, you gotta move on and forget. You don't have to forgive, but you do have to let go.
Hey, I'm proud of you.
I knew I was taking a chance telling you all this, but I never expected you to say you were proud of me. I think I needed to hear that
Or
from
they
you.
did her parents.
Thank you.
No, her parents were terrible. I don't disagree. But she hurt her own psyche by killing them. It didn't help her at all.
It's okay. We're friends.
Look at me. Now you have me blushing. Well, that settles it, I suppose. Friends it is, then. Hope I make you a good one. Otherwise, I'm gonna look right the fool, aren't I?
At first, I was kind of questioning, like, why are there Irish people here? And then I realized, oh yeah, I've actually met people from New York who have thick Irish accents who are not from Ireland. Like, there's communities in New York that still have a very thick Irish accent, even though their Irish ancestors came over several hundred years ago, which I find very interesting. But, why was I here? Oh yeah.
Ye gangs of New York.
Yeah, like gangs in New York. New York was the place to go for most Irish. Apparently one of my, like, great-great-grandmothers was...
Good movie.
New York Irish. Yeah, Gangs in New York's a pretty good movie. I think I have it on DVD, actually. Yep, there it is. Yeah, let's wait until 8 a.m., I guess. Yeah, Gangs in New York's a pretty good movie. Another good movie about Irish people moving to New York City is actually called Brooklyn, though that one takes place in the 50s. I'm not sure when Gangs in New York takes place. I think it takes place in the 1800s. Before the Civil War, or during the Civil War. All I know it's before the Transcontinental Railroad's built. Which, by the way, there is an amazing TV show called Hell on Wheels that's about how the Transcontinental Railroad was built. It's great.
Yet another breaking story here in Diamond City, folks. I'll bring you.
You should sleep. It gives X
Diamond
bonus.
City's own Nick
Jace.
Meh. Meh, I don't really care. I'm playing on normal. I don't care.
The man in question, residing with a boy he claimed to be his son, hasn't been seen in weeks. Now it seems the whole story may have been fabricated. It's unclear at this time if the boy was being held against his will. Authorities have
Okay, these are all not side quests.
Should you happen to spot the man, and believe me, you recognize him, don't hesitate to get word to Nick Valentine. And keep that dial tuned to Diamond City Radio for updates.
No, I want to do that after I get McCready.
Here's a positive take on
Actually, I'm just going to go get McCready. He's my favorite character.
It's Anything Goes by Cole.
You know, he's played by Matt Mercer from Critical Role. I always thought that was funny. Let's go to Good Neighbor. There. I've played all of the Fallout 3D games, and I tried playing a little bit of Fallout 1, but I hate isometric games. I don't know, they make me feel queasy. Also, Fallout 1 is really fucking hard at the beginning, compared to like Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. But my favorite of the Fallouts would be Fallout 3. Purely because Liam Neeson is your dad. And I love Liam Neeson.
Every weapon you see here could be the difference between life and death, baby.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna say something that's probably a little bit controversial, but she sounds like a trans woman. Like her cadence in her voice sounds like a woman who was born male, and and went through a transition with like, you know what I mean? She sounds like a woman, but she sounds like one that used to have a lot more testosterone in your body, if you know what I mean.
Let's see what you have.
Each weapon tested on someone who deserved it.
Nothing wrong with that, though.
Ha, never thought of it like that.
What, the trans woman thing? She does. She sounds like a trans woman. She sounds like, well, I don't know. Blair White sounds like totally like a woman, and ContraPoints is a really funny case because she still has videos up on her YouTube channel of herself before she transitioned. It's so weird hearing her pre-transition voice and cadence, and it's actually really interesting because you can see how much more muscle mass she had before she started transitioning. Like, she was a fully masculine man that transitioned into being a woman, and now she's pretty damn feminine. I did not hear that. I am going to have to read it. Sorry. I know what you mean, though, yeah. Okay. Gotta ask, though, why are you bothering to watch a nobody like me play an old game from 6 years? No. Oh my god, yeah, this game came out in 2015. Holy crap. God, this game's old, man. It's an old game. I remember this song from Indiana Jones.
What, you cry?
Though they didn't, I don't think they didn't play the whole song in that one, though.
You look just like Sammy, too. Sure as hell didn't act like him. Institute thinks they can replace people with synth in this town? They got another thing coming. What am I gonna tell his mother? Hey, just your friendly neighborhood watch. Shooting down Institute spies as they crop up.
What happened here?
Ah, poor Sammy got snatched up by the Institute. Then those bastards send this low-rent double in his place. It's pathetic. They didn't make it 2 days before everyone realized
I still play this game. On survival difficulty, though.
Speaking of which, I gotta figure out where this
you played on survival difficulty? Well, you're a better man than I am. The only games I've ever bothered to play on like super duper hard mode are Resident Evil 4, which is the only Resident Evil I've bothered to play, actually. I love the hell out of it, but I tried playing Resident Evil 2 and 3 on the PlayStation, like the old ones, the original, and I just could not get over how much I hate tank controls. Resident Evil 5 I rented when I worked at Blockbuster, like, yeah, 2000, like, fucking 8 or something, like a long fucking time ago. And I was like, this game, I don't care. And then Resident Evil 6 I tried playing a little bit of, same fucking thing, like, I don't care. I should play, I actually own the remake of Resident Evil 2, which has the same kind of controls as Resident Evil 4, so I should play that one.
I don't know. Music is not heard through the stream.
Oh, music isn't heard through the stream? Oh, alright then. No, not Old State House. I want to get McCready. Where the fuck is he? No. He's at the third rail.
Lady, I need to be a lot more high or a lot more drunk to bother right now.
Right, I remember that being a thing when they first released this, that they were concerned about streamers. So they made it so that you can't hear like the copyrighted music through the stream. Yeah, right now it's playing, I don't know.
Hancock says newcomers are welcome in the third rail. Go on in.
Plays the numbers. Alright, McCready's down here somewhere. Making problems.
Unless it is here through the mic.
What? Another one of you mercs looking for McCready? He's in the back room.
Got it.
Heard.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Can't say I'm surprised to find you in a dump like this, McCready.
I was wondering how long it would take your bloodhounds to track me down, Winlock. It's been almost 3 months. Don't tell me you're getting rusty. Should we take this outside?
It ain't like that. I'm just here to deliver a message.
In case you forgot, I left the Gunners for good.
Yeah, I heard. But you're
McCready was in the Gunners? Holy shit.
That isn't going to work for us.
I don't take orders from you. Not anymore. So why don't you take your girlfriend and walk out of here while you still can?
What? Winlock, tell me we don't have to listen to this shit. Listen up, McCready. The only reason we haven't filled your body full of bullets is that we don't want a war with Good Neighbor. See, we respect other people's boundaries. We know how to play the game. It's something you never learned.
Glad to have disappointed you.
You can play the tough guy all you want. But if we hear you're still operating inside Gunner territory, all bets are off. You got that?
You finished?
Yeah. We're finished. Come on, Barnes.
So yeah, McCready is played by Matt Mercer, who is the Dungeon Master for Critical Role. He's in a lot of other stuff too. Taliesin, can't remember his last name. Taliesin Jaffe. Taliesin Jaffe is another player in Critical Role, and he plays Farnsworth, or Barnsworth, whatever. Your droid. That
McCready is the most likely to be gay in my opinion.
McCready's not gay though. McCready has a wife, and then like McCready had a wife, and then I guess ex-wife now. I don't know. No, McCready's not gay. In my opinion, the one who's most likely to be gay is Kate. I don't know, it doesn't matter, because in Fallout 4, it's the first Fallout game where you have, like, romance options, and they're all bisexual. All of them. Like, they all, like, doesn't matter what gender your character is, you can romance them. So it doesn't matter. It's kind of like Dragon Age 2 in that sense. Though, in Dragon Age 2, the prince will only be romanced by a girl, but he's a DLC character.
Look, lady, if you're preaching about the atom or looking for a friend, you've got the wrong guy. If you need a hired gun, then maybe we can talk.
Maybe. Why don't you tell me who those guys were first?
A couple of morons looking to climb the ladder of success by stepping on everyone else on the way up. Shouldn't be surprised, though. That's how it goes when you run with the Gunners.
Never heard of the Gunners. Who are they?
That's bullshit. I destroyed their entire vault.
Got a rep for being crazy. You know, so tightly wound, you think they were a cult or something? Stuck with them for a while because the money was good, but it never fit in. That's why I made a clean break and started flying solo. Now what about you? How do I know I won't end up with a bullet in my back?
He was also one of my favorite characters in Fallout 3. He's the asshole little kid mayor of Little Lamplight. I guess not little, he was like 12 or 13 or something. But he's like every second word was a swear word.
Are you always this suspicious?
Hey, you approached me. Frankly, I'm taking a huge risk being out here in the Commonwealth in the first place.
I like Mac though.
I'm not about to leave anything in
He
chance.
ain't gay in my
Brings me back to
playthrough,
my
that's
original
for
question.
sure.
Can I trust you?
He ain't gay in your playthrough. You play as a dude or as a chick? I always play, well, not always. I mostly play as a girl when I have the opportunity, because I am a girl. And I like to romance the dudes because I find them attractive. It's that simple.
I love these one-sided conversations.
A man.
All I can give you is my word. And a bunch of caps.
Bunch of caps, huh? Okay, hotshot. Price is 250 caps. Up front. There's no room for bargaining.
I don't suppose you'll take a chance.
How do I not have 250 caps?
How you say 250 caps?
Bugger!
Neck of the woods.
God damn it.
I'm afraid you're out of luck.
Forgot you had to pay
Maybe
him.
next time.
Why don't I have money? How many caps do I have? I have 250 caps. What the hell? No, wait, no, that's my weight limit. Fuck. I have 46. What the hell happened? How do I only have 46 caps? That's so weird. What the fuck? I usually have caps. What the hell?
You're
blocking my light, doll.
I have one of those
Male
dresses.
protagonist just seems more canonical too.
Beer. You ain't buying beer, you ain't buying.
I don't know. I disagree.
More than you can handle.
I disagree that male makes more sense. Because it seems like a mother would be, like in Fallout 4 specifically, I feel like a mother would be a lot more angry that her baby got kidnapped than a father. Not that I don't think fathers care, of course they do, but it's more of a gut punch if it's a mother whose baby got kidnapped, you know? As far as Fallout 3, it doesn't matter what gender the character is. But I always played a girl because you get to hear Liam Neeson call you daddy's little girl, and I thought that was the best thing ever, because I'm a dork. I'm a doofus. Ooh. Sell. It's mine. Why do I have a minigun? Is that mine? Yes, I think it is. Pipe rifle, sledgehammer. Okay. Yeah, let's cancel trade. Let's try
Now
that.
that you're liquored up, got a proposition for you. I need a dirty girl to do some
Dirty girl.
work. Blood on the pavement, bodies in the ground, that kind of thing. Interested?
Yeah,
Sounds
sure.
like it's up my alley.
I got a certain anonymous client who's paying top dollar for a clean-up job. 3 locations.
Right.
Only catch? It's all in town. The old warehouses, so I can't use... The job's 200 caps.
Mm-hmm. I don't do work, unless I know who's paying the bills.
All right, Gov. Not like it's a big secret who I represent.
Whitechapel
Hancock is
Charlie.
fronting the caps. Internal political struggle. You know how it is. Look, it's nothing you need to be concerned about. Just clear out the warehouses and get paid. Simple.
3 locations. That's a lot of time. A lot of bullets.
What's a Trikucian?
Pot a bit.
Oh, what's a Trikucian? I love that the text to speech gets the pronunciation correct.
Too low. Barely covers the wrist.
It's a name of a trickster god in the fantasy novel I've been working for
More
a long time.
Money, Charlie.
Giving me a right kick in the elbows. Maybe 400, but that's it.
I'll get it done.
All right, sure.
You better.
I really wish I had McCready during that conversation because he likes it when you like pass checks, like convo checks, and I have the highest charisma you can have, and I also have Black Widow, which is charisma checks against the opposite sex is better.
Let's see what you have.
So, yeah, Trikucian is the name of the trickster god, the most important god.
Yes.
As far as the storyline goes, of fantasy novel I'm working on. It's that simple. It's also my gamer tag, my handle, my web handle that I've had for 15 years now. I've had it since 2005. Like, actually, you can see it on my DeviantArt account, which is my oldest continuous account I've had, which I haven't added anything to it, but yeah.
You still looking for work, McCready?
That depends. You ready to fork over 250 caps?
Trickster Doge.
You've got a deal.
Now you're speaking my language.
Trickster dog?
Boss.
Yeah.
You got yourself an extra gun. Lead on.
Send Cat to... Yeah, I send everybody to Sanctuary, except for the super mutant. I don't remember where I sent him, and I don't really care because he's ugly and I don't like him. But yay, I've got McCready. I can start flirting with him. Woohoo! Anyways, the point I was trying to make was
Man, I could really use a cigarette.
Is that everybody in Critical Role appears in...
Carry that worthless crap?
I'm not going to make you carry the worthless crap. Look, nothing's worthless in this game. Everything can be broken down into something. Yeah, everybody in Critical Role is in Fallout 4 in one way or another. Either they're like a random background character, or they are... Because I think Travis is a bunch of random background guys. Or they are a main character like McCready, or somebody in like Nuka World, or Taliesin Jaffe plays Wadsworth, your bot. Your robot.
Never seen Critical Role. I might watch.
Critical Role is long. There is a lot of episodes of Critical Role. It's been going on for years and years and years, like pretty much since Fallout 4 came out. And every week they have a 4-hour-long Dungeons and Dragons game.
Urine-soaked garbage.
And that's the other reason why I love McCready. He has the best, like, random things to say. I thought I told you to go to...
Just point us to the nearest watering hole.
I thought I told you to go to Sanctuary Hills.
Buddy McCready's got a rep here as good neighbor. Bad attitude. Good aim.
Bad attitude, good aim. Yeah. Alright, so, shit to do in... I thought I agreed to do the thing for the robot. Clear out good neighbor warehouses. Okay.
It's not a movie.
Yes?
No, Critical Role is not a movie. It's a podcast, YouTube series, whatever. It's a bunch of voice actors who are like voice actors for video games and anime and stuff. And detected by who? Who is detecting me? Okay. Yeah, it's a bunch of voice actors who play Dungeons and Dragons, and they broadcast it every week. But because they're all voice actors, it's really, really high quality. And Matthew Mercer, the voice actor who plays McCready, is the Dungeon Master. If you've never played Dungeons and Dragons, it's not hard to, but it's fantasy, you know, like Lord of the Rings type of stuff. And yeah, so they play Dungeons and Dragons every week, and I don't know what else to tell you. It's really well done. If you just Google Critical Role, it'll tell you all about it. The other Dungeons and Dragons series that I like, whereas people playing Dungeons and Dragons, they play it like on a stage in front of people, it's like a performance almost, is Acquisitions Incorporated, which is the guys behind Penny Arcade and PAX, you know, like the big PAX shows. Alright. Yowza! Run away, run away, run away. Oh, hello. What the hell's McCready? It's okay, I can talk while I'm playing if you want to ask me more questions. That's one talent that I learned and my brother never did. I can talk while I'm playing, even if it's like, oh shit, I'm dying. I just remember when I was like, you know, GameCube era. Bye-bye sledgehammers. Don't need you. Oh, I have one Molotov cocktail. Really? These guys must be really low level if that's all it took to kill them. Imagine being killed by being shot in the leg. Well, I guess he could get hit in a major artery and die. I mean, that was like a big plot in the movie Black Hawk Down.
What's your book called again?
It's kind of got a working title called Wings of Chance, because the main character is a person who can transform into an eagle person. So, have you ever played Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess? There is the last level is you're in this abandoned flying castle. That's kind of the basic plot. The very, very extreme basic plot is he is a descendant of these people who were like could transform from human into eagles, and because of that they could have flying castles and they could fly to them and stuff. And so yeah, and his whole thing is that he is the unwitting pawn of the trickster god, and he's, you know, stuff is happening. stuff happens, and he doesn't know he is an eagle person until the trickster god triggers something, because he's a trickster god. He's basically Loki. Like, if you ever imagine anything to do with the god Loki, that's what this god is like. He likes to fuck with people. He likes to play both sides against the middle. He's a jerk, an asshole, very charismatic. That's what this god is like. Oh, my door is being opened. Hello. I'm chatting with random people on the internet. How's your day going? The mic's on, so don't say anything stupid. Talking to a person in New Zealand. Oh my god. How amazing. The internet is a very magical place, isn't it?
Protagonist has polymorphy.
Not exactly polymorphy. It's more like it's just eagle. It's just an eagle he can turn into. He's not like a proper polymorph. And it's not just him. His sister can do it too, and his mom, and lots of other characters that he ends up meeting along the way. Don't want to say too much because I don't want to, like, this is a book I want to get like properly published, so I don't want to like reveal a ton about it. But it is a fantasy. It's an epic fantasy along the lines of Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings. Yeah. But also along the lines of, I guess, Terry Gilliam, where a lot of silly shit happens too, because the main antagonist is a trickster god like Loki, or the Crow from First Nations mythology. I'm not very familiar with Maori mythology, but I'm sure they have one too. What am I trying to do? How much do I have? Oh, I can just drink a beer and be fine.
Who is it made for? Your book.
The book, the audience is for people who like to read fantasy. The age group would be, I guess, it's not a young adult, it's an adult novel. So there is lots of graphic depictions of sex and gore and stuff. Some of the main characters are younger, like Game of Thrones with Stark children, but some of the other characters are fully grown. One of the main characters' name is... Oh my gosh, I changed her name. Her original name was Oren, but I've changed it to something more African sounding because she is a character who's... essentially, if she were in the real world, she'd be from the Congo or Nigeria or somewhere and moved to Europe. So she's kind of sticks out, but she's really smart and she's really good at magic. But she kind of, you know, is... She's the
Call
outsider
it
person.
Evil BOI.
Evil BOI. Evil boy. Not quite. What's the... Okay, what? Ay vey. Strengthened shadowed combat armor. Oh, it's a raider. Yeah, raider shit is not worth nothing. Yeah, the thing is that the title I'm not tied to. The working title is Wings, because people in it have wings, because they can fly and turn into eagles and stuff, so like, whatever. But yeah, Trikucian is the name of the trickster god. Most of the people just call him the trickster, though. If you've ever played Dragon Age, he's kind of like Fenharel, the wolf, the dread wolf, from Elven mythology. Alright, time to sell stuff.
I've got a weapon here for every situation. Hunting, protection, cold-blooded murder, hot-blooded murder.
Like everything she says is sexually charged. It's so weird.
Someone who deserved it.
Yeah, here's the thing when it comes to copyright law, whether it's in Canada or the States, this does not count for registered copyright, and I should register a copyright of this book. But if I talk...
Trickster God? I thought you said dog D-O-G.
Oh, no, not dog. Though that's a great idea. Like, he should... like, the god who is like Loki, the god Loki from, like, Norwegian, Norse mythology, or like Loki from the Marvel movies, either or, is a trickster god, and he's an asshole who plays both sides against the middle. He's never good, he's never bad, he's just kind of he's on for his own stuff. I forgot what my point was. Oh yeah, copyright. So if you physically write down or produce like anything, like if you record it, when it comes to like music, or if you write it down when it comes to intellectual property, then you can copyright it. But if it's just me, like right now, just talking about it, that's not copyrightable. Well, I guess it kind of is. The idea for the novel is not copyrightable, but that's okay because I've written it down already. But this recording that I'm making right now, talking to you, it will be on YouTube, and that is copyrightable, but just the recording is, not the idea for this book. But there's 1,000 different ideas for 1,000 different books, so like whatever, it doesn't matter if people know what your idea is. Nothing is good enough that it can't be torn apart. That's why I like this one guy who said he had the idea for the Terminator.
It's kinda dark. I wouldn't steal your idea.
I'm not saying you'd steal my idea. I'm just saying that I don't want to get too much into it, because the way that copyright and intellectual property works is that if it's not written down, somebody else can take it and run with it, and I wouldn't have anything to say about it. But the point I'm trying to make is that things like Harry Potter and the Terminator, people had ideas for it before the books for Harry Potter were written, or before the movie Terminator was made, but because those ideas were either not in the same format as the works that went viral were, or they just told James Cameron the idea they had for the Terminator. James Cameron could go around then and make the movie, and it's his own intellectual property because he's the one that actually published it. And self-publishing counts for that. So like if I were to write down this idea and then publish it on the internet, that counts. Hell, just me writing it physically down counts for intellectual property. It's really interesting stuff. I am selling stuff. I'm not saying you'd ever steal anything. I'm just saying that I've known about this law when it comes to intellectual property for over a decade now, and I'm just being careful because this is something I want to properly publish. That's all. Have you ever seen The Expanse? Question mark? Wait, I'm not the one who's doing voice to text. Have you ever seen The Expanse? Such a dork. Ooh. Oh no, that's 45. Recon, no. Wait, where's my... Yeah. Bye-bye.
How does one come up with these ideas?
How does someone come up with these ideas? Well, most people read a lot or watch a lot of stuff.
Never heard of Expanse, no.
The Expanse is a TV show about stuff going on in our solar system 200 years from now. It takes place in the year 2300, and it's awesome. You should watch it. It was first a Sci-Fi Channel TV show. It's made in Toronto, but now it's on Amazon Prime. But it's worth getting Amazon Prime just to watch it. There's a lot of other good shows on Amazon Prime as well, like The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, a bunch of other stuff. But how do people come up with creative ideas? Well, like one of my old university professors used to say, if you copy one idea, it's theft. If you copy a bunch of ideas, it's research. Yeah, just watch a lot of stuff, read a lot of stuff, and then while you're watching and reading stuff, you'll like come up with like, oh, this would be so much better if X happened, or if this happened, or if that happened, or whatever, and you'll like come up with what you think is correct way to do things, or how you wish this story would have been different, or whatever, and then you start coming up with your own ideas and your own story you want to tell if you want to write fiction. And what's great about fiction is it teaches you how to see from different people's viewpoints and stuff.
Cleo.
I hope you're buying. Even a girl with...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll take a look.
Sure. A gun for every occasion.
Character just went, yeah. That's funny. Oh, no wonder I've got a bunch of random weight. Is that a monster?
Yes.
Why do you have a monster? I made coffee.
Oh, that's new coffee?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an hour old. So it's not super duper new.
I thought it was the same stuff from last night.
Joe says hi. Well, does he walk right past the mic talking? Yes. The mic is that camera thing up there, by the way.
Too busy, don't care.
So funny. I remember...
Hi, Joe. Fizzy is bad for you.
Joe can't hear you. It's going straight into my headphones. The New Zealanders...
Yes, we call it fizzy.
Yes.
Oh, I'm well aware that you call soda fizzy in New Zealand. Most Canadians call it pop, but because I spend a lot of time watching American TV and talking to Americans, I call it soda because they have no idea what pop is. Because they're Americans. Can't do much for that. They're not very smart people. I'm kidding. There's lots of smart Americans, but they don't know what pop means, so...
I'll make this quick.
Yeah, one of my favorite TV shows, actually, is based in New Zealand. and it's called The Almighty Johnsons. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I think it's on Netflix. It's great. It's such a fun show because it mixes together like New Zealand, like sly humor with Norse mythology, and it's great. Then a bunch of my other like favorite TV shows are made in New Zealand, like anything from Renaissance Pictures, like Spartacus, Xena, Hercules, Legendary Journey. So of course those are all from the 90s. Spartacus is more recent. Ash vs. the Evil Dead. So what's stupid about Ash vs. Evil Dead is that it acts like it's in the States. The whole damn show is shot in New Zealand.
Keisha Castle Hughes is hot.
Keisha Castle Hughes is awesome. I really like her too. I was excited to see that she was in Game of Thrones, and then they never used her! And I was like, ah! Come on, it's Keisha Castle Hughes. She's great. And you make her be like the most uninteresting of the... You make her be like these terrible, like, non-characters from, I don't know, Game of Thrones, after it diverged from the book, started to get stupid. Which I'm like, come on. Like, what was especially stupid is that there were showrunners willing to take over Game of Thrones that weren't the main guys that started it. And they said, nah, let's just finish it. And I'm like, well, I appreciate that Game of Thrones got finished. Because a lot of TV shows just kind of fizzle out and don't finish. But I am very happy that, well, Almighty Johnson's actually had a great ending, so there you go. Xena, on the other hand, had a terrible ending, so you win some, you lose some. Actually, I liked Xena, because Xena always, like, Xena at the beginning was funny, just like Hercules was, but then it started getting all this weird,
Time to split up the loot?
serious stuff. I also really hated how in Xena they kept going will they, won't they, with the romance between Xena and Gabriel. And they kept going will they, won't they, with the romance between Xena and Ares. And I'm just like, dude, that's the most annoying thing in any TV show. And it's one of the main reasons I don't watch anime anymore, because they keep going will they, won't they. And I'm just like, just do or do not. There is no try. Thank you, Yoda, for that. Silly things that annoy me regarding TV.
I remember Xena. I was a kid then.
Oh yeah, I was a little kid too. I mean, I'm only 5 years older than you. But, yeah, Hercules was like my favorite TV show when I was a kid. But Xena, the way it ended, it started getting into all this weird stuff. Like, they started having some weird stuff regarding, like, the Christian religion. And I'm just like, this started off as, like, a silly Greek mythology thing. Where is it going? And then Xena just totally fizzled out at the end. And, like, the ending was so bad. Near the end, it seemed like it was kind of a great idea that, like, all the gods are dying and are being killed, and Xena's one of the main people doing the killing of the gods. Cool, great storyline, and then they have to keep Ares and Aphrodite alive because they are gods of major concepts like love and war. And I'm like, okay, sure, fine, whatever. Of course, you know, the main reason they kept them alive is because they're favorite characters in the story. So if you watch like early seasons of Xena, it's implied that Ares is her father, not her lover, but then again, this is Greek mythology, so both can be true, and that's just creepy. Also, the stupidest one is that people always ask, like, oh, they like to ship Xena with Hercules, and I'm like as though it didn't happen. I'm like, dude, Xena was a villain in season 1 of Hercules. and they do get together, and him being her boyfriend or lover or whatever is what made her a good person. And I'm like, people are funny. That show is dumb. But I love it. Hercules, I mean, Xena has a lot of the fun things Hercules has. Like, the best part is, what's his name? Oh my gosh. The guy from Evil Dead. Oh my god, Joe, what's his name? Joe's ignoring me. I have to Google him, because he's like, you know... How am I forgetting this person's name? Oh my god. Evil... Bruce Campbell. There you go. Bruce Campbell. So Bruce Campbell is, like, historically was, like, best friends with Sam Raimi. I think they went to high school together. And that's why he,
Ash?
Yes, Ash, the guy who played Ash, Bruce Campbell. He and Sam Raimi went to high school together.
Never mind.
Got it.
And that's why he was Ash in Evil Dead, and both of their careers exploded because of that movie. Anyways, Sam Raimi is the owner of Renaissance Pictures, and therefore he is the showrunner for all of the shows from Renaissance Pictures, like Hercules, Xena, Legend of the Seeker, which was terrible, and Spartacus was a huge one. And so Bruce Campbell shows up in Hercules and Xena as Autolycus, and he's great. The Prince of Thieves, sort of. He also had one of the best costumes in the whole show. The thing I loved actually my favorite thing about Hercules and Xena is that the shows had great costumes. Ah, I'm getting killed. Damn it, now I want to watch Hercules again. Because that show was very silly. Lots of silly stuff happened in it.
Kinda controversial question coming.
Oh, sorry buddy, the gunshots were too loud to hear that. I'm just trying to view. Kinda controversial question coming. Okay. Shoot. With the controversial question, I'll try to be able to hear. Go ahead. I don't even need that. Why am I eating those?
You think some young actors fake their death?
Do I think some young actors fake their death? What do you mean? Like people who are in the 27 Club? Like people like James Dean? No, I don't. Why would that be controversial? I mean... Because here's the thing, is that if they fake their death, they can't work anymore. Because then they have to be seemingly dead. I could maybe see somebody wanting to fake... not be famous anymore, maybe, but... Nah, I don't think so. Also, nowadays, with the internet, it'd be real darn hard to stay hidden. Unless you're in, like, WITSEC or something.
I mean, they'd be lying to the world.
Yeah, if somebody famous tries to fake their death, doesn't matter what age they are, they would be pretty hard to keep that lie in this world that we live in nowadays. What would be easier is if they just want to be left alone, is just to go live in northern Manitoba and just be alone. And the thing is too is that, like, they would get less fanfare, and people would forget them sooner if they just decided. So, didn't say anything, didn't pretend anything, just decided that nope, just peace out and not say anything, because there's just so many people trying to be famous. If somebody wanted to not be famous anymore, they just go away. You know, kind of like what's her face, Hillary Duff. You see Hillary Duff in person, nobody's gonna care anymore because she's, you know, not working anymore, and people forget because they're not, you know, they're not working, so people forget about them. There you go. I mean, the only reason I can even think of anybody to fake their death would be for something like that. Alright, let's go sell this junk.
I was getting at secret society where they still work.
Oh man, no, that stuff doesn't exist. Well, I mean, I guess it does with Scientology and shit. But for shit like Scientology, they want famous actors to preach the word about how Scientology's great. So they wouldn't make somebody fake their death.
I think Bruce Lee is a good example.
You think Bruce Lee's still alive somewhere? Nah. Bruce Lee was weird though, man. Like, everybody loves to talk about how he's like this awesome superhuman for doing his martial arts and stuff, but the thing is that you hear some of the stuff he talks about, he was a bit on the odd side. All I'll say.
Don't worry. I only test the weapons on customers I don't like. Feel free to browse.
Now Bruce Lee's son,
I've got a few
that is tragic. You know,
variety in case of boredom.
Do you ever hear about how Bruce Lee's son died? That's pretty bad. So Bruce Lee's son was the lead actor in The Crow, a dark comic book movie from the late 90s, early 2000s. No, it'd be late 90s. So the reason he died was
Maybe
because
they both faked it, LOL.
Oh no, people saw Bruce Lee's son die on set. That wasn't faked at all. What happened was the armorer for set took the
He got shot.
Yeah, he got shot. So what happened was that the armorer for The Crow took the gun that was supposed to have blanks in it. So he took the set gun that was supposed to be used to, you know, kill the main character or be shot at the main character at some point during the movie. He took it to a firing range and tested it with real ammo and forgot to check the chamber before he loaded it with blanks. And so the first bullet that got shot out of the chamber of the set gun, of the prop gun, was a real bullet shot and killed the actor. And
that's a pretty believable story, huh?
It is a believable story because I've been an armorer on set and shit happens. So I gotta check the chamber. I don't know, I don't like, the problem with conspiracy theories is that this requires way, way, way too many people to keep a secret, and people just aren't capable of it. Of that many people not slipping up and keeping a secret, it's not possible. So that's why I believe it. In any case, it doesn't matter. Like, even if he is dead. Or, I mean, even if he isn't dead. He hasn't been in public for decades. And, that clearly he's... doesn't want to be. So, whatever. When it comes to When it comes to conspiracy theories, I do believe, and I do think are important to believe, is shit that has to do with money and politics. Like why the American president right now, all the shit he does with campaign finances and how it's really, really wrong and not cool and illegal and shit like that. That stuff's not cool.
Hey, Charlie.
I've heard some exterminator cleaned out the rats in the old warehouses. Know anything about that, do you?
I might. Depends on what you have for me.
Here you are. Every single cap. As agreed.
Charlie.
My client appreciates the work you did with his rat problem. Now, if you're buying, let's hear what you want.
Who's the singer?
That is Magnolia, flower of the third rail. Anything you want to know about her other than that is her business. Now, you got
It's just fun to think about and speculate.
Yeah, sure, I guess so. That sort of stuff's kind of interesting, I guess, but now here's what you can do. If you're thinking about writing a fictional story, you could take these funny conspiracy theory ideas you have and like come up with like a fictional version of Bruce Lee or a fictional version of his son, whose name I can't remember. Shannon Lee? No, Brandon Lee. There we go, Brandon Lee.
The third rail?
And then write that conspiracy theory down and have it be like a mystery novel. That'd be cool.
Charlie just keeps the floor clean and drinks dirty. So,
Drinks
buying
dirty.
or what?
So Hancock's the owner?
That's right. Owner and mayor of this whole bloody town. Trust me, never get on his bad side. Oh, and, stay clear of his bodyguard. So, what's your poison?
Hancock has a bodyguard?
Yeah. Redhead with the condescending stare. Trust me, Cubs, something about her ain't right. Did I never admit saying that? I'm trying to sell drinks here. You in?
I've got a
Sure.
few minutes to
Let's
browse.
see what's there.
No tabs.
Right, because I sold that to him. Like, why does he have that? Nah, I'm good.
Don't have no
Where's McCready?
If you watch Bruce Lee films, he actually fakes his death in one.
Yes, he does, because he's an actor. No, they actually killed him on screen. I don't know. I know it seems weird. I like martial arts, but I've never really cared much about old martial arts stuff from the 70s. When it comes to 70s movies, I like sci-fis and fantasies. Because if you watch sci-fis from before Star Wars, they're all like really hard sci-fis because they're inspired by 2001: A Space Odyssey, and then after Star Wars, they're all like space operas. Like not all, but a lot of them are. Wait, no, I wanted to sell that. Actually, let's go back to Sanctuary. Yeah, I drop all my stuff off at Sanctuary. ASCII robot. Nice.
That's a good way to discredit my conspiracy.
What's a good way to discredit your conspiracy? Oh, he's an actor? Of course they don't shoot him live on camera. Is that it? I don't know.
Heads up.
Well?
Heads up.
Faked his death in the movie.
I I'm sorry, dude. I don't know what movie you're talking about. I haven't seen them, which seems stupid. I know. I'm supposed to be this movie buff, and I've never seen... I've never seen a Bruce Lee movie. Pardon me. Oh, sounds like a... Oh.
I like to think Heath Ledger is somewhere doing a great perf.
Yeah, but if Heath Ledger survived, that's still a sad story because that means that he left his wife and daughter. So either way, it's
to
bad.
A set few individuals.
I'll try to make myself useful. No one wants to see
That is
a
sad.
man feeling sorry for himself.
Oh. Yeah, it's a rad storm. I didn't know what you just said. I have to check it. That is sad, I know. Oh, okay. It's funny, when you abbreviate IK, it goes ick. And I'm like, that is sad ick? And I'm like, what's icky? You have confused me, sir. Fave. I didn't just drop it, did I? Why aren't you going in your house? Okay. Never realized you had to secure settlements for Brotherhood of Steel because I never bothered. This time around, I'm not being lazy with this game. I'm going to actually bother.
I don't watch many movies, but I found one call.
You found one called what?
Virtual Nightmare.
Virtual Nightmare. I've never heard of that.
What do you want?
What would you take for your crops?
Well, there's a question I don't get every day. I can't see parting with our crops for less than 1,000 caps.
How about 500 caps?
It's probably not the wisest decision, but... all right. You got a deal.
Oh. Hey, it does work.
It's a 2000 movie.
Like from the year 2000? Ooh, that's old. Data. Learning curve. Nah, fuck it. Pardon my French. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . back to Good Neighbor.
Ye the Year. Has John Noble in it?
I'll have to look it up. What's it called? Virtual reality? Do like weird movies, especially sci-fi. Virtual Nightmare. Alright. Add it to my IMDb watch list. Oh, yep.
Has a 5 zeros vibe to it here.
I don't know any of these actors. Well, yeah, John Noble. Oh, it's got a 6.3 out of 10. I'll add it to my watch list, see if I can find it. I bet you it's something I'm gonna have to, you know, find in a less than savory way. Because it's not on any, no.
You been to Diamond City? Good noodles. Much faster.
There we go.
I've been binge watching Fringe, the TV series.
I was thinking of getting into Fringe, but I heard it's got a bad ending, so I don't want to, I guess, spend time watching it.
Ready to get to work?
No, I followed you down here for the exercise.
Funny. Well, you'll get plenty of exercise here. You are gonna be doing some digging.
I'll do whatever you need.
Good to know. The other two are down there digging already. Go give them a hand, will you?
Another great TV show worth watching that had a good ending. I always recommend shows that I think have, you know, that have a satisfying ending. Because way too many TV shows just kind of fizzle out or don't get renewed or some other junk like that. Black Sails. It's about pirates in the age of piracy. Blackbeard, yada yada yada.
Ex-Duchess Meghan Markle's in it for a few episodes.
I don't know, man. Starting to feel like
Ex-Duchess, yeah. Apparently she moved nearby where I live. And I'm just like, whatever. I don't care. I hate Mirelurks. They're the worst. There we go. Meghan Markle, you mean? I wonder if she's now Meghan Windsor because she's married Harry Windsor. I'm curious when Charles is going to finally become king. And then he'll be king for like 20 years before William becomes king.
She's acted in a few things.
Yeah, I used to watch her in Suits a lot. Thought she was pretty, but just another actress. And then she went and became a duchess. But I guess maybe she moved to Vancouver so she could become an actress again. I don't know. Whatever. Don't really care. She's like, oh shit, being a royal is even worse than being an actor. Nobody ever leaves me alone. I'm like, yeah, but you got a shit ton of money. You can buy an estate out in northern BC and never be bothered again. But she decides, well, she lives on the island, so she's... Or does she live near Vancouver? I can't remember. Whatever. What am I supposed to be doing? Oh.
What is going on in
Harry,
my
it's up.
tunnel?
Looks like we are having crab for dinner tonight.
You'd eat Mirelurk? Ugh, no. Disgusting. Tough, but somehow slimy at the same time. Well, you stuck around at least. So I guess you're promoted. You get to be my new gun. I think we just need one more guy. An old friend. He'll want a fair cut, but we saw what being cheap got me.
Who is this guy?
He's just the guy we need to speed things along. Likes gadgets, money, and not much else. First,
She was in a marriage
if you
before
actually
Harry.
see what we're after. I have some things to check on in Diamond City.
Yeah, that's
Head over to the
particularly
noodle
funny
shop there.
because
I'll meet you when I finish up my business.
Queen Elizabeth II's uncle had to abdicate his throne because he wanted to marry a divorced woman. And now Prince Harry and his father, Prince Charles, have both married divorced women. So I clearly things have changed since the 50s. Or no, wait, the 30s would have been when he abdicated. That would be Edward the 6th, I think. I don't know, it doesn't really matter.
I'll catch up to you. Order yourself a bowl of noodles if I get held up.
Where are we going? I'm not paying attention to the game at all. A derp. But whatever. Harry's like 6th in line to the throne anyway. Oh, and did you hear about did you hear what happened to... Where the heck am I going? Oh. Yeah, his uncle...
It's hot as shit in NZATM.
Yeah, isn't it your summer in New Zealand right now? Hopefully you guys don't have to deal with any of the crazy fires Australia does. You guys dealing with any of the smoke, like, floating over to you? And I remember that being a really bad thing with us a few years ago when there was a ton of fires in California and all the smoke floated up north to us.
I'll tell you, nothing's changed.
There you are. Was wondering if you were going to show up.
Why is she wearing a mask?
It's me. I have to hide my face in these parts. People like me aren't allowed around here. Now let's get down to business. That big wall of
To
glass
defeat
looming over
the
Diamond
Hun.
City is the mayor's office.
I didn't see
Most
anything,
people
no.
don't know it, but there's a strong room buried beneath. Mayor's just sitting on top of it. And that's our target. The guy has it coming if you ask me. With how he treats my kind, maybe he deserves worse.
What's inside?
Caps, meds, food. Enough to keep this city running. It's things we want. Things everyone wants. You get in on this, there's plenty for you. You got it? So, what do you say we make this party a little bigger? I managed to track down my tech guy. His name's Mel, and he is right here in Diamond City. The guy can make a gadget to solve any problem.
Turned the sky orange apparently in
he's a
some
bit
spots.
locked up right now. You
Yeah.
have to get him out of there.
I remember the orange sky
City security
a lot
with this
living where I live.
covered or not.
We were super lucky this summer, but last summer it was so bad. And the summer before that, and the summer before that. So 2016, 2017, 2018 were all real bad summers for fires.
If you really think we need this guy...
Trust me, this is the guy we need. Pick a lock, find a key, bribe the guard. The usual stuff. Just get him out of there.
Ooh, I'm really hoping this summer's good. Even so, I'm still gonna go to the, go on a road trip and go to, water slides. Wait, okay, so security is the away dugout? That's funny. And the dugout in is the home dugout? I sincerely doubt this is what the away dugout looks like at Fenway Park. I'm a big baseball fan, so I find it so funny that Diamond City...
Yeah? Mel here. Can I help you?
Do you come here often?
Yeah. Just come here to unwind. Nothing more relaxing than a sparsely furnished jail cell. So I'm guessing you're here because you need something from me. Totally unrelated, but I hear that there's an old glitched out Protectron unit back there. Guards asked me to take a look, but it was a real head scratcher. Couldn't do a thing.
Can I ask the guard to let him out?
You got something to say?
Let him out, please?
Excuse me.
Huh?
Mel here. Can I help you?
I hear you're some kind of tech expert?
You heard right. Well, maybe tech is too general. I have a thing for robots. No, not that kind of thing. But I know my way around most machines, yeah. Why? Need my help?
I am getting you out of here.
If so, maybe you shouldn't be announcing it so every guard in Diamond City can hear. Totally unrelated. Guards asked me to take a look.
Charisma the guard.
Well, I'm trying to, but he ain't talking to me. Which guard? This guard?
Excuse me.
Yes? Huh?
See, he's not talking to me.
Huh?
So apparently...
Yeah?
I got maxed out charisma, but like... Washing machines. You know what these are? These are... each time the Red Sox... I guess this is the home dugout. This is each time the Red...
closest one to the cage.
Yeah?
Okay. These are the... I'm talking about the banners here because I'm a baseball nerd. These are each time the Red Sox won the World Series. And then I guess 1946 is when they won the pennant, but they didn't win the World Series. But Fallout diverges basically after World War II. Because in the Fallout universe, they decide to go...
Yes?
This one?
Yeah?
Hi.
You got something to say?
I was hoping to get Mel out of lockup.
I didn't know Mel had friends. All right, he's pretty much done his time. Let me open up the door. All right, free to go, buddy.
Oh, did McCready not hear that? I thought he liked it when I
get out of here.
Talked to people. Sad face.
Mel.
I'm curious what this is about, but let's talk once we make some distance, okay?
Okay.
Huh?
I also think it's hilarious that Diamond City security is wearing Batcatcher uniforms.
Would have liked the red speech check.
I'm not a threatening... I don't like to threaten. I always go full Paragon when I can. I know, I'm a total dork.
Thanks
Mel.
for getting me out, I guess. So, you're Bobby's new toy.
Toy.
Yeah, this year's hottest gift. Get one before they're gone.
I don't really do the whole gift thing. That would require having friends or family. God, that woman doesn't have a patient bone in her body. I wasn't serving a life sentence here. What, she couldn't wait like a day? What's the job?
You've worked jobs with Bobby before?
Enough to know she's not the most trustworthy person around. The team may change, but every job comes with the same set of cryptic instructions as the next. Yeah, you'd have better luck milking a rabid Yaogwai than getting a straight answer out of Bobby.
His ears are huge.
How'd you like to help break into the Diamond City strong room?
I do too. You know the best good ending in this.
Enough caps there to keep me going for a long time. Bobby may be
no, I don't actually.
So, I guess I'll get my stuff and head over to her place.
Basically, the only ending I ever got was I used the, I got real lazy. I got really impatient, just wanted to beat the damn thing. So I ended up, just using the, whatever Preston Garvey's people are called, the Minutemen. I basically just decided to use the Minutemen to get in and win, and I destroyed I nuked the Institute and got a synth version of Sean when he was a little kid. And I was like, well, that's weird. It's like, and I haven't played any of the DLCs. Like, I own all the DLCs.
You can have all 3 factions, though, the Minutemen.
I can have all 3 factions through the Minutemen? Well, if you say so. I like Brotherhood of Steel better, though. Always have. But apparently the Brotherhood of Steel here in Boston don't like the Brotherhood of Steel in Washington. Even though I liked the Brotherhood of Steel in Washington. And I'm just like, hey, I like those guys. I like Elder Lions.
Institute must die, though, my bad.
Oh yeah, no, Institute, totally. Like, of course, playing the game the first time around, I played it day 1 when it first came out, and people are like, don't play Bethesda games day 1, they'll always have, you know, glitches, and I'm like, whatever. Glitches weren't, I didn't really see any glitches, honestly. Now, you know what game I saw a shit ton of glitches on, and I played it day 1? Mass Effect Andromeda. Though that game, everybody says, oh, Mass Effect Andromeda is really, really bad. But, nah, it's not that bad. It's just kind of a B game. But for a game that cost as much as it was, it, you know, it wasn't great. But it wasn't that bad either. It was just kind of meh. You know, like how B movies are just kind of meh. They're okay, but they're not, like, amazing. That's what Mass Effect Andromeda was like. It wasn't like, but it was like so bad coming off of the triumph that was Mass Effect, the Mass Effect trilogy. Like, and yes, I know a lot of people really hate how Mass Effect 3 ends with the, you know, the choices and whatever. But the entirety of the game is great.
We're all here. Mel, you want to introduce your little friend?
Yep. Meet Sonya. This little bot is going to help us move through the earth like a mole rat on jet.
Because a robot with no limbs is exactly what you want for your digging operation.
What did you expect? A Mr. Handy with a shovel? She's one of a kind. I modified her radio systems to emit sonic
I never
pulses at
finished any
frequencies
Mass
that can
Effect.
loosen any sediment around.
Alright, you're missing out, buddy. Mass Effect, the Mass Effect trilogy is great. You can buy the Mass Effect trilogy for PlayStation 3, or I guess Xbox 360.
Alright guys, get ready.
And it's awesome.
Sure how this place will respond. So, brace
It's an
yourselves.
amazing, epic fantasy. Honestly, I think you can buy the entire Mass Effect trilogy for $20. And it is worth it. It is so good. Woo!
This one came right up to my door and took the job. She takes orders and she runs from in a fight.
Why did I just do that?
You seem to have a good head on your shoulders. Maybe we don't burn bridges this time.
I hate Mirelurk so much. apparently, BioWare is actually making plans to make another Mass Effect game. And that's good. That's like the one series where I want to see a prequel. Which I usually don't like prequels, but that's the one case where it would be pretty cool. Where if you're playing as Anderson, he's an old admiral who was part of the first Contact War when humans make contact for the first time, hence the name, with Turians that are another race. And of course humans just have the luck to meet a hugely militaristic race. 1 second. Couldn't hear ya. I'd have to search up how to do the good ending. What is the good ending? You mean the good ending in Fallout 4? Or do you mean the good ending in Mass Effect? Because the good ending in Mass Effect is really easy to do. Sorry, I'm just turning my headphone audio down so I can hear.
Mass Effect.
Okay, so to get the good ending in any Mass Effect game is really easy. You just go 100% Paragon or 100% Renegade. Preferably Paragon, but 100% Renegade will do it too. And it's not that hard to get to 100% Renegade. Or Paragon. Anyways. Ugh. Pretty much the good ending to Mass Effect 2 is probably the hardest one to do, where all of your teammates survive. But I actually got that first try. Because you have to, like, basically choose the teammate that's the best for the job.
But some decisions get your team killed sometimes, right?
No. Not really. I mean...
Yee.
They can sometimes. Like in Mass Effect 2, the ending, they could possibly die, but, like, there is a way to do it. Basically... And I did it the first playthrough, and I didn't realize that they could die, so that's kind of funny. Oh, right, I was... But yeah, you, Why am I doing this wrong? Come on. Oh my god, I'm on. There. When it comes to, like, the quote-unquote good ending in Mass Effect 3, what I consider the good ending isn't just the ending. Like, everybody always calls the ending in Mass Effect 3 when you talk to the hologram at the very end and you make the decision on how to destroy the Reapers. I don't want to get too much into it if you haven't played the whole thing. The way that Mass Effect 3 plays out, it's like the entire game is an ending. Like, the entire game has stuff happen in it that's like the ending for certain plot points. Like the ending for how the Geth and Quarian conflict works out. Or the ending for how the Krogan virus stuff works out. It's not just... It's not, like one or the other. There's a lot of different things that happen.
Mel.
If you find anywhere you want Sonya to blast, give me a shout.
We need Sonya here.
Got it. Sonya, blast time.
How does he not get hurt by that?
Over here, Mel.
No problem. Come on, Sonya.
But yeah, like, if you want something specific to happen, go, like, woo, hello. make sure you've got like 100% Paragon or Renegade, and then you can usually convince people to do whatever you want them to do that won't involve it. Is he dead? Oh, look, he's already dead. Hey, a suit of armor. Cool. Guess I can go into that. The thing, though, is the way to get 100% Paragon is to do every single little side quest and make sure you go Paragon on all of your decisions. That's pretty much how you do it. And then once you do that, then you're good. That robot got the radio on it. That's funny. Oh man, this is gonna end with a Mirelurk Queen, isn't it? Ugh. No, I need to fill up my... Oh, cute pillow.
You hear that? They're here! Over here!
Hey. Ay, ay, ay. Please tell me I have a grenade. That's the wrong window. I do have a grenade. So I was really lazy whenever I played Mass Effect. I always just played a soldier because they got every single kind of gun. And whenever I play Dragon Age, I always play a mage because they can heal. So there you go. Like, I have beaten Dragon Age, except for Dragon Age 1. Dragon Age 1, I will always play a rogue, because then I can open all of the locked chests and stuff. Because if you are a human, but a mage, then you have to go through the circle beginning. But if you are a human and anything other than a mage, then you go through the nobleman beginning. And I can't stand back in. And I like to play as a nobleman's daughter so that I can marry Alistair. Because I am a girly girl and I like those sides of video games. Where am I going next? Oh, I see.
We need to get through here, Mel.
Gotcha. Sonya.
Looks like a subway tunnel. Then we're on the right track. Ah, I see. What?
Well, looks like we lost Mr. New Zealand. Oh well. Nice talking to you. Probably gonna stop this stream once I've done this quest anyway.
No, just keep heading southwest. We need to find a place to blast out of these tunnels.
Passing through colleges is prohibited.
get it, you're a zombie. Funny. Oh, I hate legendaries. Ooh. He just cut that jewels off. Funny. Well, they're not zombies because they don't turn you into zombies by biting you. Ah, scheiße.
Watch your step as you enter the train.
Junkie's missile launcher.
Folks, I'd like to take a moment for
It's
something
funny.
personal. As I'm sure you know all too well, I haven't always been the best at this job.
The train will be arriving at this platform in...
The efforts of a team of friends. I've decided to change how I look at things, how I live my life. I'd like to just take this opportunity to thank the Vault Dweller for lending me a hand. I really do appreciate it. All right, folks, that's enough sentiment from me. Let's get it on back to the music, shall we?
Mel, get Sonia over here.
God, I don't want to set the world on fire by the X-Bots.
The radiation. Who was that?
Give me some coffee. Put some of that xylitol in it. Or sorry, erythritol.
We need Sonia here.
Yep. The not sugar. Ooh, that was a lot of rats. Did you put... You didn't put any milk in it?
You didn't ask for that.
Please.
You're not allowed.
Not real milk. Shake it. Shake it good.
I'm doing this blind and I don't want to get your phone.
A little more. But it's black coffee.
Do it yourself. I don't give a shit.
But
Yeah.
to the minimum.